Yeah. It's first off, I think one of my favorite quotes, I took it down professionally, but I still think it's appropriate to speak to is it's actually by Mike Tyson, which is a scary proposition in general, but everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
And what I love about that is I know boss kind of tell me you're going to feel like you're going to lose deals twice. And if you break down a sales cycle in software, right, it's the vendor of choice moment, which is huge. And that's the like waiting for that call. You're giddy, excited, nervous, right? It's like getting the text back, or nowadays it's probably all through apps and swipe right, swipe left. But back in the day, it was like my wife called me back and wants to go on a first date. And so it's a little different. But I think the basis of the point here is as you go into earning the trust, it's through micro and macro moments. There's no like single event, right? In Ikigai, we use a term called change point, which COVID was a change point in everyone's data for prediction analytics. But there's a change point in a deal where you change someone's mind. And that can be early, mid, or late. And it doesn't always come because of one single event. It could be a series of, death by a thousand paper cuts, or in this case, trust earned by a thousand little things. Like this person always responded fast. This person followed up diligently with detail. This person showed up and got me coffee and just wanted to learn me and not talk about work, right? And there's also how you perform in those macro moments, those big meetings, those big pitches. And I also think trust is not just with the customer. I think it's how you build trust with your colleagues, which is then, I remember, we had some really cool relationships we still speak to, Joe, right? Our sales engineers, who I always believe are like our greatest asset, your value engineers, your professional services, the trust you build with your colleagues is kind of reflective in a meeting, and customers read that, whether it's
Right.
conscious or subconscious. And I think it's kind of something that's really important is that when you have such a good dynamic with somebody in a room in a pitch with and more not just the pitch, the entire time with the customer, you're showing up with people that bring value, and you're teaching them, which is another really key point. Is I think as you get older in life, and I've appreciated learning, and I have a student of the game mentality. But when you're teaching people something and they're learning from you, and you're bringing people that are teaching them something else, colleagues, partners, whatever, um, people inherently are more interested in you. Now, you can take advantage of that for the deal, or you can take, or actually do the right thing, which is keep feeding them and bringing them value in small or large ways. And that's through various tasks. And so I think learning is naturally humane as you get older. And I think it's a really important thing is how people are coming to you to learn about your product and your value. You're not trying to sell them, you're trying to teach them. And having a teaching mentality is, I think, a really key thing I've learned over the years, that you've got something they're interested in, and be a professor, not a salesperson.